Imagine waking up tomorrow and the internet is just gone. No Google. No emails. No GPS. Even your phone doesn't work. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But believe it or not, this could actually happen. All because of a massive solar storm. Back in 1859, something crazy happened. The sun released a huge burst of energy, what scientists now call a coronal mass ejection, or CME. It slammed into Earth and triggered what's now known as the Carrington Event. Telegraph lines sparked and caught fire. Operators were shocked, literally. Some systems kept working even after being unplugged. And this was back in the 1800s before we had satellites, smartphones, or an internet. So here's what actually happens. Sometimes the sun releases massive clouds of charged particles. If one of those hits Earth just right, it messes with our planet's magnetic field. This is called a geomagnetic storm, and it can seriously mess with anything that runs on electricity. And today, that's basically everything. The modern internet isn't just Wi-Fi and cell towers. It's this giant network made of satellites, undersea fiber optic cables, data centers, and power grids. And a big enough solar storm could damage all of it. Not forever, but long enough to cause major chaos. Now, fiber optic cables themselves are actually pretty safe. They don't conduct electricity the same way metal wires do. But here's the catch. They rely on repeaters, tiny electronic devices spaced out along the cables that boost the signal. And those are extremely vulnerable to magnetic surges. If those go down, you could lose entire connections between continents. Not just a website going down, but entire countries cut off from one another. And here's the part that's a little worrying. We're currently heading into the peak of what scientists call solar cycle 25. That means more sunspots, more flares, and a higher chance of serious solar storms. NASA and NOAA are monitoring it constantly. Because when it comes to solar storms, it's not a matter of if, it's when. So let's say a big one hits. What would that actually look like? Well, first, you'd probably see satellite blackouts. GPS would stop working. Planes might have to land. Power grids could short-circuit, leaving cities in the dark. Emergency services? Struggling to communicate. Banks? Frozen. Stock markets? Halted. And the internet? Could take weeks or months to recover. Most of our internet traffic actually travels through undersea cables. If the repeaters inside those cables fail, there's no easy way to fix them quickly. You can't just swim down with a toolkit and patch it up. Some researchers estimate that in a worst-case scenario, the economic damage could hit trillions of dollars. And honestly, that's not even counting the social impact of losing connection to each other. So, are we doing anything about it? Kinda. There are satellites and observatories constantly monitoring the sun for signs of a flare. Some infrastructure is being protected with surge suppressors or stored in Faraday cages. But most of the world is still pretty exposed. The scary part? If a flare's coming, we'd only get about 12 to 48 hours of warning. That's just enough time to maybe shut down some satellites or prep the grid, but not enough to stop the damage. So yeah, the sun might look calm and peaceful up there, but it's a ticking time bomb of solar energy. And when it goes off, we'd better hope we're ready. The good news? We've made it this far without a repeat of 1859. But the bad news? That kind of storm doesn't just happen once. It will happen again. The only question is, will we be prepared? Thanks for watching. If this got you thinking, hit that like button and subscribe for more science deep dives. And let me know in the comments, what would you do if the internet disappeared for a month?